Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Underground has the best video clips in town. DP Underground has the best video clips around. TV Underground has the best video clips in town. TV Underground has the best video clips around. DP Underground has the best video clips in town. DP Underground has the best video clips around. DP Underground has the best video clips in town. DP Underground has the best video clips around. DP Underground has the best video clips in town. DP Underground has the best video clips around.
Hello everyone, welcome back to DP Underground. I'm back with another solo stream. Haven't done one in a little while because I've had things to do on all the other channels and all the Patreon shit and all of that. So it was hard to do a stream on here for a while, but now I'm back. I am back to give you another autism stream according to the chat. Take a drink if you're playing the drinking game. So it's Black Friday. I found an interesting website. It's called blackfridaydeathcount.com, I believe is what it's called. And it goes, thank you, Hypothesis. $5 is 500 cents. DP will soon have 500 episodes. Illuminati confirmed. Yes. And by the way, if you could help us reach our goal between today and tomorrow's show, that would be great, because that means we will be doing an extra show next week. So this is the Black Friday death count going back to 2006. It seems like there's about one death per every year since they've kept track. And lately, there's been at least one shooting every year. I guess this year they've had two. Monday, take it, you scammer. Money. Oh, I read that wrong. Money. Money. I don't speak that way. So at first I thought you wrote Monday. I'm sorry. I get it now. Thank you for the money. Are we going to watch Black Friday videos? You know, I don't have a lot of videos of Black Friday actually happening. I have some news stories that people covered from it, but I don't have the weird selfie insanity yet. I'll probably have that tomorrow for episode 500. Black Friday in America has its own shootings. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see here. You can see. Apparently, two of them happened this year. There's only one death. The one resulted in a fatality. The other one resulted in just an injury. OS
Ben,
Walker.
you're dog shit.
I think you meant you are dog. Do you mean my dog shit? As in I'm in ownership of some dog shit? Or do you mean... if you mean that I am dog shit, like I consist of dog shit, you want to spell it YOU''RE. Just in case you know. But thank you for the pounds. 20 pounds is awesome. I appreciate that. It doesn't count towards the goal because only Streamlabs does, but I do have dog shit, but I throw it away. Are you trying to warn me that dog shit might be as valuable as gold someday? So you're like, Ben, you're dog shit. Like you're warning me, like, don't throw away your dog shit because someday it'll be as valuable as gold or something. Or we'll figure out a way to make the most efficient fuel in the world from dog shit. So dog shit will be like as expensive as crude oil or something. Yo, Benny boy, have a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Anyway, yeah, so 2 shootings so far this year. I guess one was someone got mad that that someone was gawking at their girlfriend or wife or something. It says glance at attractive woman sparked Memphis mall shooting. And that happened today in Memphis. And then there was one in Alabama, too. There was an Alabama mall shooting. I heard technically that was yesterday, but maybe it was today. The price of dogs would go through the roof. It would. Dogs would be so valuable. It'd probably be kind of sad because there'd probably just be like puppy mills made to like breed dogs to like collect their shit. It'd be terrible. I hope dog shit doesn't get as valuable as gold someday. A lot of people were saying they got notified for this stream. That's strange. I'm glad. I'm glad that happened if that's the truth. If you guys could share the stream everywhere before we get underway here, I would really appreciate it. What did I do today? I did nothing today. I have not even left the house all day. Yesterday, I went out and had some food at a Brazilian restaurant where they grill meat all day and then they come around to your table, and if you like the meat that they have, they use like a sword and cut it off of a skewer for you and plop it on your plate. And they had a special Thanksgiving one yesterday. What kind of guitar do I have? I have like 5 or 6 guitars.
Ben, what kind of guitar you got, dude?
Yeah, there's the notification. I have about 5 different electric guitars. My best guitar is a Gibson Firebird. And it was an anniversary edition. I think it's like the 50th or 60th anniversary edition of the Gibson Firebird guitar. That's my nicest guitar, like the one that was like the most expensive and looks the coolest and stuff. Yeah. Down here, I have a Epiphone that I just play that I don't really care if it already has like nicks and dents in it and everything. So it doesn't really matter if it gets banged around a little bit as long as it still plays. Are you and Billy going to tell Dusty the Cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird 500 times on the next EP? No, because that will take forever. I mean, like, how many seconds does it tell us to tell Dusty the Cockatiel is a beautiful bird, and then multiply that by 500, and that's how much time would be used up by us telling him 500 times that he's a beautiful bird. Halfway to 1,000? Yeah. I mean, if we keep doing the 3 episodes a week, we'll get to 1,000 pretty quick. Let's get shammered and talk about 90s WWF. Okay. What's shammered? Does that mean hammered? Is that a new way of saying hammered? Or is that just like a typo?
Let's get shmammered and talk about 90s WWF.
Oh, you could watch episode 500 after the fact. I mean, you don't have to watch it live. I still don't even know how long it's going to be. But we'll figure it out. It's not going to be as carefully planned as some of the other milestone episodes because, I mean, it kind of crept up on me. Honestly, I wasn't even ready for it. But I still want to make it special. And by the way, I appreciate all the patrons, all you guys who are patrons. You're really helping me out a lot. And if anyone's wondering, if they should sign up, feel free. We have some new things that we added to the Patreon, just in case you haven't checked it out in over a week. We added some new stuff to it. And we didn't add any new tiers. We just added more stuff to the tiers that already exist. So if you're a patron and you have, any of the tiers above $10, you should look at those and see what else you qualify for now. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of these videos. Here's one about the Black Friday shopping.
Shoppers are hitting the malls across this country and searching out those deals. More than 164 million American consumers will shop over Thanksgiving weekend, with the majority planning to make their purchases on Black Friday, according to the National Retail Federation. And ABC's Victor Oquendo has much more on all of that. Victor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. These shoppers wasting no time. We're at the Dadeland Mall in Miami, opening up its doors at 6 a.m. So far, so good here. The crowd's definitely growing in size. Just part of the millions of Americans hunting for the best deals on one of the biggest shopping days of the year.
It's the Super Bowl of shopping. Overnight, shoppers... Have there been... oh, shit, I forgot to take this down. Sorry, guys. I totally spaced on that. You guys wanted to watch the death count.
The nation clamoring in stores for Black Friday deals.
Got up, cooked, and had that Thanksgiving dinner, and then we head out to do our Black Friday shopping like we do every year.
According to the National Retail Federation, more than 164 million U.S. consumers will shop over Thanksgiving weekend, a majority making those discounted purchases today.
I don't even want to... This is so fucked up, and I'm so ashamed of it that I don't even want to leave the house when it happens. I like saving money as much as the next person, but I'm not going to stand in line or even like some places they camp outside, which is insane. I'm not going to be homeless simply to save $200 on a TV the next day. I'm not going to camp out outside just for that. It'd have to be more money than that. My head is ripe. Thank you. I'm glad. I don't know what that means, but you're making it sound like it's a compliment.
And while many stores saw shoppers lining up for hours, others look significantly shorter this year.
I think that it's due to some of the online sales.
According to one poll, 37% of consumers surveyed said they plan to do all or most of their Black Friday shopping on the web. Because of this, some stores are finding today to be less crucial to overall sales.
We try to spread it out so that it's a lot easier for our customers and not all trying to shove it all into one day.
But about 16% plan to primarily shop in stores. Some.
Look at this. How is this worth it? You know what? I can't handle this. This shit's just too much. I don't want to touch everyone I walk past. I don't want to be like, you know, all like surrounded with no room to move with people I don't know all around me. That doesn't sound fun. It definitely doesn't sound worth it to save a couple $100.
Call it tradition.
I think it's fun. I rarely get out and about. I work a lot. And so having an after.
Do I want to be in a DP band you're forming? I don't know how you could form a DP band without me. But I mean, you could do like a themed one, but I don't know how it would be a DP one otherwise. Usually, to be in a band with someone, you have to live close to them too, and like practice together. Unless you want to be simply a band that's in name only and recorded. You know, a recorded band. That's kind of an illusion, isn't it?
Noon for us to be able to run around and have a good time and just maybe find a few things that we've had on our list.
And according to the International Council of Shopping Centers, more Americans are coming back to brick and mortar shops this year. But if this isn't for you, if you want to avoid the crowds, there of course is always Cyber Monday. That's expected to grow this year too. The holiday
Cyber Monday, the day when all it is decreed by the laws of the universe that all DP fans use the Drunken Peasants Amazon links below when they shop on Amazon, because I know you're doing it. There's no reason not to use the links when you do it. Pimp Monk should tear you a new hole if he heard you talking shit about broke families. Whatever. Yeah, try to turn it into that. Some stores in my area are scamming shoppers by making $20 off or no discount at all. Dude, Hypothesis, that was just like some emotional blackmail garbage. Whatever. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry. I mean, like, I don't care if people... I think it's dumb regardless of their reasoning for doing it. I think Black Friday is dumb. I think it's dumb for the people who have to work on Black Friday, who would rather have the day off after a national holiday. I think it's dumb for the people who show that they're willing to like trample other people to save a couple $100 on some shit that they don't even necessarily need. Okay? That's ridiculous. That is literally the most ridiculous thing you've ever said on this show. Sorry. Would. No, I'll say it to him directly. You don't. I think I know what he would do better than you would, right? Black Friday is a perfect example of greed. Not just on the part of the people who want to get expensive stuff for huge discounts, but also the stores that force their employees to work on a day like that and put themselves at risk too. I wonder if there's insurance plans that companies have for that kind of shit.
Shopping season is officially underway. Dan?
It is, and you are in the thick of it. Thank you very much, Victor.
Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
All right, here's another one. Here's people. I think this one portrays it in a positive light. Let's see.
We came to Best Buy to find out what consumers wanted to buy on Black Friday 2018, and here they are, TVs. How many?
I would say 3 or 4 if I can.
Nah, like 4 TVs. Yeah.
4 TVs.
Probably a smart TV.
Toshiba, maybe.
The $129 one?
Yes.
They're going to buy 4 TVs? Sounds like they're really hurting for money, huh? Hypothesis.
Yeah. It's a Sharp 55 inches, yeah.
How much are they selling it for?
These poor people, they have 4 fucking rooms in their house and no TVs in them. They need to be able to watch TV regardless of the room they're in, okay? Like, seriously.
250, 249.99, I think.
Many of the sets being offered were doorbuster deals, $100, $200, $300 off, and they went fast.
Cool. I'm glad you got a cool pedal, dude.
So what'd you get?
We got a 65-inch Sony 900F, and we got the 55-inch Sharp for like what was it? The doorbuster for $250.
How much did you save? Do you figure?
With this one, we saved about $300, and then with the other one, like another $300. Yeah, so total of $600. So it's pretty good.
From Costa Mesa, California.
So he saved $600 buying a bunch of shit.
Jefferson Graham, USA Today.
Yeah, you know what, Wake Up Dead? You are right. It is like people replace their TVs every year. I'm perfectly fine. I don't need a 4K TV. When my main TV goes to shit, I'll get one, and it won't cost as much as it, has in the last few years. I'm fine with a 1080p HD TV. I don't need to move up to the next level yet. I still have an old Vizio that I bought for $300 over 10 years ago. I still have it. I use it in this room as one of the monitors. Oh, 8K. Yeah, they're up to 8K now. I mean, eventually, is it just going to get so clear that the human eye just can't even detect it anymore? I mean, is that possible? Can we max out technology beyond human perception? Someday TVs won't even be electronic. It'll just be like something you inject into your bloodstream, and then you'll be able to watch TV until it wears off, right? Supposedly the human eye can't see 4K. Is that true? Do we need to keep making TV clearer and more crisp? Phone screens are already beyond human perfection. Yeah. I was referring to a tangent Pink kind of went on. No need to shoot the messenger. Well, he can come say it to me then. Did he tell you did he tell you to deliver the message, or did you just decide? I think Black Friday is dumb. It's ridiculous. Ben, I have 4 TVs, 2 of them smart TVs. I am terribly poor. More TVs means less money. Don't you know anything? God, you're right. I need to let my dog run outside really quick, guys. I'll be right back. I hear her freaking out. All right, back. Sorry about that. She has a bladder issue, and sometimes when she really has to pee, she freaks out because she really doesn't want to piss in the house, so I have to, hurry up. She's really old. So, yeah. Wanted to avoid having to clean something up. But, yeah. I have one TV that I watch as a TV. And then, of course, in this room, I have multiple monitors just because of how the nature of this thing works here. But I don't sit around and watch Netflix down here or anything like that. And then I have a computer monitor in my bedroom. If I want to watch something while I'm laying in bed, I just plug my laptop into a computer monitor and watch it like that. Those are the only two places I really imagine wanting to watch anything. So I don't need a TV literally in every room I could possibly be in. Yeah. I don't even care. Like, I guess I'm just old because I grew up with standard definition for most of my life. I can still watch shit in 720 and I'm cool with that. It doesn't it doesn't have to look totally real for me to still be able to watch something and enjoy it. It's crazy now, like if I watch the news or something, it's so clear. I can literally see the stage makeup on the faces of the people doing the news, and you can see every little line, every little like crease and crevice, wrinkle on their face. And man, I would be really self-conscious if I had to do that, where it was so like clear, you know, using the types of cameras they use. You know, the only time I ever saw, maybe lots of people have TVs in their bathrooms. I haven't seen it very many times, but I used to see it when like I would go to a party at a house and there was a sporting event on, like there was the Super Bowl or something like that. People would put a TV in the bathroom so you could still watch the game while you were taking a dump or whatever. That was the only time I'd ever seen anything like that. Do I still have any CRTs? No, I have no CRTs. Those things take up way too much room. It's crazy how much space a TV used to take up. Even a small screened one. Man, I remember you know, in the late 90s even, people would have those big screen TVs that were CRT. They must have weighed hundreds of pounds. What did I buy for Black Friday? Nothing. I have not bought anything today. I have not left my home today. I have no intention of doing so. I'll let the chaos unfold out there. Oh, you know, on that Black Friday deaths website that I showed earlier, a lot of the deaths were car crash related. Here, take my British pathetic money, you ivory-skinned god. Oh, thanks. Thanks for doing it through Streamlabs. What's pathetic about British money? It's worth more than most money, right? There's very few currencies in the world that are worth less than British money. So I'll gladly take it. What else do we got here? We have, oh, a house blew the fuck up in Minnesota. Home leveled in Minnesota explosion. In HD, I can pinpoint Trump's eye skin transition. That's a good one. I like that.
We are still tracking developments here in St. Paul, Minnesota, where we showed you pictures earlier of this house. It's been obliterated because of an explosion there on the ground. Authorities are continuing to investigate what may have happened. We've been following and tracking our correspondent at our station in Minneapolis, WCCO, Christiane Cordero. She's just tweeted.
Yeah, right. Like Kuwaiti, someone just said the strongest currencies are in the Persian Gulf. Yeah, like Kuwaiti money is worth crazy amounts.
That this house, as we said earlier, happened at the corner of Edgerton and Payne. She also reports that one person was inside and transferred to a nearby hospital. Officials believe that person is responsive. 8 neighbors have been displaced. There have been obviously shattered windows in the neighborhood. And dog and cat were rescued.
Well, there's a little bit of good news right now as they try to dig through that rubble and try to determine exactly how this happened. And not surprisingly, many of the neighbors have been displaced.
Yeah, look at this shit. This house just blew the fuck up, and it like fucked up part of this other house. These houses look really old too, by the way. Kind of looks like the neighborhood I grew up in, the way the houses look. I'm not talking about the disaster here, but like there's a lot of houses that kind of look like that house to the left.
The windows, it looks like, in the surrounding homes or businesses have been blown out.
Yeah, and of course this is going to disrupt the lives of people who are living, as you point out, Paula, in the proximity. Because, first of all, authorities have no idea what may have caused this, so they want to be very cautious out of an abundance.
Just to clear this up, I know this is a tangent. Yes, the Kuwaiti's money currently is worth $3.32 each. So that's pretty huge. And there was even a time where it was worth $3.74. It was worth almost 4 times as valuable as the US dollar. That's huge.
Of caution, you're going to move people out of the neighborhood. But whatever it was pretty significant because it doesn't strike me as, I mean, we haven't seen what happened over the last couple of hours, but everything's gone. There's not even a structure standing at all.
You make a good point. It wasn't just a tiny explosion with a tiny fire. I mean, it's completely flattened and damaged.
Yeah. It wasn't like the house burned, like there was an explosion and then the house burned down. It was literally the house blew the fuck up and it was pulverized by the explosion and anything close enough to it. That's crazy.
Properties. So we will continue to keep a close eye on this situation, and as soon as we get any new information, we will bring it to you live here on CBSN.
Wow. Oh, time to let the doggy in, guys. Be right back. All right. Yeah, she barks so loud I can hear her even with headphones on. I can hear her barking from outside. It's crazy. Bitcoin is still going down at 42.82 now. It's true. All cryptos are going down, and right now because Bitcoin is the top cryptocurrency, its price is affecting pretty much all others, some more directly than others. And there was a decoupling, or I think they called it a fork for Bitcoin Cash. Something happened to where the value of Bitcoin Cash just went way down. Bitcoin is basically useless. Tell that to the people that became millionaires off of it. They'll have to disagree. I mean, you could say my Chihuahua's bark sounds like a hiccup. That's cute. The dog I'm talking about isn't one of my Chihuahuas, though. I have a big old dog. I mean, yeah. Bitcoin is Bitcoin's useless in a way. I mean, it's a technology that can be used to transfer money faster than traditional means. Yeah. Here's money because I want to support. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me. I was thinking, hopefully we can reach 25% of this goal. Yeah, I think we can easily do that. I'm hoping I'm going to stream again later tonight, and I'm hoping we could get halfway to this goal, because tomorrow that's going to be huge. And I think we're going to stream a little longer than usual also. What else do we have here? Oh, here's Trump. Trump was asked, who's to blame? Show Doggo. They're not here right now. Maybe I'll bring her on in a little bit. The little one. Because she's the best at sitting still. So Trump was asked who's to blame for the murder of the journalist in Turkey by people at the Saudi consulate. And his answer was really interesting. You talking about XRP? It is pretty... No, I was talking about Bitcoin. I haven't mentioned XRP this time, but yeah, XRP is like a better version of Bitcoin. For I mean, it's not exactly like it. It's kind of a... XRP is a cryptocurrency, and some people call it a security instead. And as far as I understand, it's the fastest way to send money internationally with a minimum amount of transaction fees to make that happen. But then I'm going to stop talking about crypto shit. We'll talk about Trump and his answer to this question.
Donald Trump has suggested that the whole world should be held accountable for the murder of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi. He also told reporters that US intelligence had not officially concluded that the Saudi crown prince had ordered the killing.
Who should be held accountable?
Maybe the world should be held accountable, because the world is a vicious place. The world is a
Okay. So can we say that, like, anytime you blame Democrats for anything that goes wrong, we could say, well, you know, the world is a vicious place. So that's what happened. The vicious world killed this poor man.
very, very vicious place.
The statement indicates...
Great screen cap right there.
It's a change in Trump's rhetoric regarding the case. When the news about the missing journalist first broke, Trump vowed a harsh response and even threatened to sanction Saudi Arabia. And while the US did sanction several Saudi nationals so far, that's been Washington's only punitive measure. Trump claims he does not want to risk thousands of jobs because of the incident.
They're vehemently denying it, and we have hundreds of thousands of jobs. Do people really want me to give up hundreds of thousands of jobs? And frankly, if we went by this standard, we wouldn't be able to have anybody as an ally, because look at what happens all over the world.
What? Look at what happens all over the world. So all of our allies, currently all of our allies are murdering journalists. No?
Well, the Turkish foreign minister has reacted to Trump's words there, saying that while Trump may close his eyes, not everything in this world is about money. He also reiterated calls for an unbiased investigation. Jamal Khashoggi was initially considered missing, but Saudi officials eventually admitted he'd been killed in a claimed rogue operation. Riyadh has denied any awareness of the planned killing and has launched an investigation, charging 11 officials. Middle East...
Yeah, the people at the top never take the fall. It's always the people who were following orders, that carried out the orders, that take the fall. It never makes it all the way back up to the top. You know, we had people that were humiliating. We had prisoners of war at Abu Ghraib prison that were being humiliated by soldiers that worked there, and the soldiers who did it went to prison, but no one overseeing these people went to prison for it. Ben, Trump is, I don't know what that is. Glaswegian. I don't know what that is.
Analyst Syed Nassab told us that Trump is simply trying to protect US interests.
What Trump is saying is what is actually said behind closed doors every single time. I don't think it's sitting well with a lot of people, but that is the ugly truth of the relationship. Politically,
I like how he's showing him some kind of handout. He's not even actually showing it to him. He's showing it to the camera. He's like blocking him with it.
we all need an enemy. And since Iran and Saudi Arabia are at odds, and Iran and Israel are at odds, the U.S. is going to go against Iran. We can't get into President Trump's mind, but on one end, he may be actually trying to protect U.S. interests. On the other end, if he sees this ultimate outcome is coming, he may be politically trying to absolve himself from blame.
I wonder what this actually is. KSA sales pending. And he has Washington marked on there. California, Texas, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida. Huh. And then all those states up in the upper right-hand corner. I mean, I could name them all, but what the fuck? Why? So this has to do with...
Where he can point back to everything he said and says, I didn't want to do it, but all of you made this happen, so don't blame it on me.
Yeah, it's the cruel world. It's just the world we live in. He's selling those states to the Saudis. The Saudis will soon own all of these states. Sorry. It's just the cruel world. The vicious world. So, pretty much every major university in the United States has a marching band, and they travel everywhere. They usually follow the football team, and sometimes they do other events around the country. And apparently last night, the Washington marching band, the University of Washington, just like within the area that I live in, they had like a bus crash last night. It looks crazy. What if there's no audio? Is there no...
the roadway conditions were slick, icy, slushy. One of the buses, I don't know which position it was in, if it was the lead or trailing or middle bus, lost control and slid off the roadway, went through a DOT fence line and through a pit, and ended up on the frontage road on its side.
Jesus Christ. Car accidents scare the hell out of me. I don't think anyone died from it, though. But the bus was completely turned on its side. That's what it looks like. That's crazy. I would have pooped myself. I hate that kind of shit. That would have scared me so badly. Hologram. Is this a false flag to take our buses away? I don't know why, but the chat is so far behind right now. It's crazy. See, here's the thing. In Seattle, we don't get a lot of snow and ice, but there's a mountain range just to the east of us, and once you go into that mountain range, there's snow and ice everywhere. And then on the other side of it, the climate is way colder during the winter, so there's even more snow and ice waiting for you on the other side. I live in a short bus and I worry about that a lot. Well, stay safe, my friend. The vicious world blamed bin Laden, I guess. I really need to get my glass breathing tube. I left it upstairs. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to go get my glass breathing tube. Then I will be right back. And then we will do some crazy people videos. And then after that, we'll do whatever. I'm going to stick around for about another hour. Yeah, obviously this video, I got it from Daily Mail, but in the upper right-hand corner, it says KOMO. That's one of the local news channels in Seattle. We have all kinds of weird... I mean, just last year, there was a train wreck that killed a bunch of people and, severely injured a lot of people, crippled people. And they were trying to use a higher speed train on, with the old infrastructure that we've had here forever. And the train tried to go through a sharp turn and it just derailed, and a bunch of the cars of the train fell off of an overpass down onto a road down below and killed a bunch of people. It's like, why even try to get around that? Why not build the new infrastructure instead of trying to use the old tracks and shit that we've been using forever? If you want to cut down the time between Seattle and Tacoma, why not use, why not build a new train? All right, I'll be right back, guys. It's a vicious world. That statement, it's a vicious world and that's why this bad shit happened, can be applied to literally anything. That is such a bullshit answer. Ben, come to Scotland. We can climb mountains and smoke weed. There's mountains in Scotland? I know there's like highlands, but do you mean real mountains? Like...
Ben, come to Scotland. We can climb mountains and smoke weed. Money, mouth, face, cigarette, guitar.
Face, cigarette, guitar. Big ass mountains. Could we eat haggis and drink crabbies too? That would be fun. Can we play bagpipes and wear kilts? I want to do a remake of Highlander. How's my Thanksgiving? I went to a restaurant for Thanksgiving. Actually, tomorrow, because I found a really cheap small turkey, I'm actually going to bake a turkey for myself tomorrow. The quickening is just everyone doing dabs. Just another reminder, hey, if you guys are buying anything on Amazon soon, please use the Amazon links below. Check out the store. We have a storefront. You can get a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. That way, if you're buying anything on Amazon, you can also support us by using our link when you sign up for a trial membership of Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime. There's also Amazon Fresh. There's all that shit. And you can use that, just in case you buy anything and have it shipped, you'll get free standard shipping. Also, I watch the Amazon Prime Video shit all the time. Ugh. Sorry for the dead air. It's easier when there's someone else here to talk to. Have some superior currency before I go to bed. P.S. I'm surprised Joe hasn't molested any of your dogs. Well, he doesn't come over that often anyway. What, but I don't think he's a dog molester. I don't think he goes that far. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was mistaken. Yes, I have more videos, but I'm waiting to play them. I'll play them when I'm ready. I'm not quite ready yet. Don't rush me. We're almost to 200, so we're almost to 25% of our goal. This time last week we were really close. I think you're like 200 away. He ain't high enough yet. You're right. That's what made me realize I needed to go get my breathing tube. And when I say high, I mean my asthma is better. I don't know what that means. Monroe's? What does that mean? Out of 282, 133. What is this? I don't know what this means. Yeah, I'm high on life because my breathing tube cured my asthma. What makes car crashes so scary? Usually you don't see them coming. In many cases, you don't see them coming. Or maybe you see it like at the very last moment when you know it's going to happen. And then that crazy feeling of like the inertia from the impact, and it's loud. It is so fucking loud. It makes your ears ring. It'd be like someone taking a pair of like cymbals and like hitting them really hard next to your ear. You know, it's so loud. And then, like, if glass breaks, the loud sound of shattering glass and metal, it's just terrible. And then if you hit your head, it's even worse. And then there's that moment when things finally, like, settle, and you're like, am I okay? And you're like, oh my God, am I, like, dying? Like, what's wrong with me? And you don't know. Because your adrenaline is so heightened that once everything calms down, then you have to know. Then you know how you really feel after that. Yeah, the next day is terrible. I mean, if it's not severe injuries and it's just like whiplash, then I mean, even if you don't get whiplash, actually, just your body tenses up so tight from when that kind of shit happens that you're gonna have sore muscles no matter what, and then you're gonna have a sore neck from the whiplash or a sore back. The first car accident I was in, my car flipped over. So, even worse than this bus, it was all the way on its top, like on the roof, upside down. And I had to crawl out one of the windows. Oh yeah, the seatbelt will bruise you. I hit my face on the windshield, or not on the windshield, on the steering wheel. This car was older and it didn't have any airbags. So I basically took a punch to the face by a steering wheel. And I had a big black eye from it. And my neck has never been the same ever since. Like, I have issues between the vertebrates in my neck that just get worse the older I get. Let's play something. Here's Adam Eternal.
Hello, it's Adam. I wanted to give my latest vision and prophecy.
Everyone pay attention so you know the prophecy.
This vision and prophecy really is. Now, what makes a woman in the flesh? Well, the latest prophecy is a black hole who really is a woman trains a boy to be a woman in the body of in the body of a sex slave is what Islam teaches. Don't use that verbiage, even though it's what I'm teaching.
You want me to move to Scotland? I don't foresee that happening. I don't know. I can't say I've ever wanted to live in Scotland, and even if I mean, I'm sure there's far worse places to live. I'm sure it's nice, but I mean, the don't just let you move there. I can't just be like, hey, I want to move there, Scotland, let me move there. It doesn't work that way. Got to get permission to live there, right?
In the body of a sex slave.
I have weed in mountains where I live too. There's weed. Weed is far more legal here where I live, and the mountains are bigger. I'm sorry.
Female, because then they put the boy in the very a sex slave body of a female, and train him as a black hole to have orgasms towards a big dick man like me. Because what people didn't want it, a black hole was incapable of experiencing an orgasm in the flesh. No, in the flesh of what they call a female, because a black hole would be negative charge, and the body of a woman is the flesh and is electronic and therefore positive charge, and that meant that a sex slave female actually was a man who was a star. And
people, someone said troll. I don't know. He seems legitimately crazy, and in a lot of his videos, he seems pretty out of it.
Body, but was just not as evolved as a man as what I declare as Adam, and that meant all these people that defied me in this life, like David Hargrove, who thought, if they acted like a faggot around me, just like in the hotel I just was kicked out of, where I had to get a refund and go to this hotel, and I'm saying that now. If they acted like a faggot around me, they thought it meant their people would be more involved, or he was more involved than me. But what it really meant is that one of that he would go on a body of no.
Okay, that's where you end it. Okay, he used to say ending video now. Or he's like, oh, end video or something like that. But he stopped doing that. Hey, you lost one of your best features of your video making. Everybody, it is time.
Folks, I believe I may have found real, legitimate Russian collusion. And you're not going to believe what the source is.
Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, Chuck Schumer.
It's going to blow your mind. And it's from legit sources, too, okay? So you can't, here goes Vaughn with another conspiracy theory. No, this comes from legitimate sources.
So you're admitting that most of the stuff you come from doesn't come from legitimate sources?
So, not much of a conspiracy theory this time, boys and girls.
Oh, yeah, I forgot George Soros, too. Thanks for reminding me.
And this looks to be a rather eye-opening experience for all of us.
Hey, look, you can see into his bathroom again. He changed where his camera was again. So now it's on the side. You can see his plate of food. Well, an empty plate that had his dinner on it that he gummed and swallowed. And then behind him, you can see once again the open fucking bathroom door, and it looks like a pair of Irv's dirty underwear might be on the floor in front of the shower there, because you can see his flower patterned shower curtain, and then down below, just behind, like down to the lower left side where the door's open, you can see something on the floor. I think that's Irv's dirty boxers.
It shocked me. I wasn't prepared. It totally shocked me because the source that it comes from is just unreal. So, if y'all are interested in finding out real, legitimate Russian collusion,
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Alrighty, folks.
The Telegraph.
All right. We are at the Telegraph. And looky here. MI6 battling to stop Donald Trump from releasing classified Russian probe documents. Uh-oh. Now, what's this all about? MI6 chiefs are secretly battling Donald Trump to stop him publishing classified information linked to the Russian election meddling investigation. The UK is warning that the US president would undermine intelligence gathering if he releases pages of an FBI application to wiretap one of his former campaign advisors. However, Trump's allies are fighting back, demanding transparency and asking why Britain would oppose the move unless it had something to hide. Hello, hello. It forces a spotlight on whether the UK played a role in the FBI's investigation.
Okay. So he's saying it was the UK doing it.
Before the 2016 presidential election into Trump's campaign ties into the Kremlin. Now, apparently I have to register and pay them money in order to see the rest of the article, but I don't need to read the rest of the article because I think I got enough right there. Why is the British, why is a branch of the British government so keen on not wanting Trump to investigate the Russian probe? Isn't that interesting? And where the fuck is Mueller on this one? Hello? Where's Mueller?
His name's Mueller, not Mueller. Ferris Mueller.
Mueller on this one. Isn't it interesting that Mueller ain't said one peep about the UK's involvement? I wonder why that is. Care to comment on that, Mr. Mueller?
Who the fuck is Mr. Mueller? Who is that?
You didn't mention that the UK was involved in this shit? Yeah, pretty interesting stuff, eh? Yeah, and this is, the Telegraph, man, that's not a satire website, that's not a conspiracy website. All right, this is not a conspiracy, folks. This is not a conspiracy. Let me say that again so it sinks into your brain up here. This is not a conspiracy. All right?
Is it Mulder? Is it Mulder and his partner Scully? Mueller. Ferris Mueller.
There is legitimate things going on concerning this Russian probe that elements of the UK government do not want us to know about. Isn't that amazing how that works? Now, if you're just as shocked as I am, there you go. Because there's your real Russian collusion right there.
Thank you, I will.
Something is going on. Plain and simple. Something is going on. And now we've got the real Russian collusion about to be exposed, apparently, because when Trump drops the hammer, apparently MI6 isn't too keen on that shit. So now, what's going on with that? Hello? And I hope you find this as shocking as I did when I opened this up, because I'm like, they're like, oh, fine, we found the real Russian collusion. I'm like, say what? And it's like, bam, here it is, in your face. Wow, the real Russian collusion. And the UK is up to their eyeballs in that shit. So, what's that all about, Alfie? Huh? Interesting shit, folks. Interesting shit right here. The real Russian collusion. And it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Sorry, Trump haters. Trump's innocent. Trump is innocent.
Well, that was the one thing I knew he was going to say. I just didn't know who he was going to blame it on, and he blamed it on the Brits. They're the ones colluding.
But there is some people that's guilty of sin, and this right here sheds a whole new light on what this whole Russian collusion thing is all about now, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting?
So he read, the first 3 sentences of the article, and then said that because the British didn't want to look into the investigation, that they were part of the collusion.
But I finally found your Russian collusion. That the Russian collusion. Well, we found your Russian collusion. Are you happy with the result? I know the people on the left, they will be happy with this video. We was hoping it was Trump. No, it's not Trump. Not Trump. I don't know who it is, but it ain't Trump.
I thought you just said you knew who it was.
But it's somebody. And MI6 is up to their eyeballs in it. Whoever it is. But it ain't Trump. So, there you go, folks.
So you don't know who it is. So you did... Huh?
There's your Russian collusion right there. Bam. In your face. And Trump is innocent.
Hold on, though. So you don't know who it is, or you know who did it?
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So I just thought I would brighten your day. Well, brighten the day of those of us that appreciate President Trump. For those of you that have Trump derangement syndrome, you ain't going to like this video. Because it's not Trump. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's not Trump. And MI6 is basically telling you, no, it's not Trump. Otherwise, they wouldn't be pissed off that Trump's getting ready to release these documents. Hello? And like I said, the Telegraph is not a conspiracy website, and they're not a satire website. All right. So what is this? What's this all about, Alfie? Because it ain't. And Trump is innocent. Trump is innocent. Now, MI6 hasn't said that. But if MI6, if Trump was guilty, MI6 wouldn't give two shits what Trump puts out. Hello? Right? Yeah. If Trump was guilty of the Russian collusion, MI6 wouldn't give a damn what Trump does. Wouldn't matter, right? Because he would have his hand in the cookie jar. Well, apparently Trump doesn't have his hand in the cookie jar. It's somebody else. And you can bet your ass it's somebody important. Really important. Because otherwise, MI6 wouldn't even have their toe in the water, right? So now, let's all take guesses and bets on who it is. Because it ain't Trump. Sorry, Trump derangement syndrome people. It's not Trump. All you Trump haters can go cry in your beer. It's not Trump. MI6 is basically telling you it is not Trump. So now who is it? Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. But apparently Trump has documents that MI6 does not want released. Documents that's going to incriminate probably quite a few people. Okay, we're probably not even talking about one person here. We're probably talking about a group of people here. Several people here. But obviously, it isn't Trump, or MI6 wouldn't give two shits what Trump does. So now,
Tony Montana.
Here's your smoking gun right here, folks. In all this Russian collusion bullshit. And hey, in the interest of full disclosure, I didn't think the Russian collusion was real at all. Well, it turns out I was wrong. There is Russian collusion.
Not only, yeah, he's like, oh, that's not real. Oh, you know what? Something even better than it not being real would be as if I could blame it on somebody else.
But it ain't Trump. So now who is it? That's a good question. And that is a question I think is going to be answered real soon, apparently. Otherwise, MI6 wouldn't have jumped into the fray, right? Yeah. So these next, I don't know, what, months, year, 2 years, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But there's definitely something going on. No question. No question about it. There's definitely something going on. Anyway, I just thought I'd brighten your day. All right, anyways, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
Okay. That was terrible. Yes, it was. That was nothing. Yeah, it was. He never really got to the point, did he? Interesting. Here's some money to help you out. Are you streaming the Ohio game tomorrow, or at least you yelling at the TV? Well, I'll definitely be watching it. That's for sure. I don't know how long it'll be. We're almost there. Shit, we're $1 away from a solid 200. Oh, yeah. Whatever, Ben. You're afraid of the truth bombs. Vaughn
Ben,
drops on us.
Don't worry about the dead air. If you hadn't kept DP going, it would be permanent dead air. Making my Saturday morning at work easier. THX.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And now that's amazing. It's still Friday where I live, so you must be somewhere very far away if it's Saturday morning for you. You didn't watch in full screen? Well, you missed your opportunity. Sorry. Damn, I got really... I'm breathing really good now, guys. Sunday... No, is it Sunday? Oh, it's Saturday afternoon. I thought you said Sunday. I was like, what the fuck? I'm glad you like my hair. Compliments are so nice to get. Do an inhaler from my glass breathing tube. All right. Watch in 144p. Do that. Watch it full screen, but make sure it's in 144p.
Love DP, keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you, PT Ham. Damn, PT Ham with another 22. Yeah, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep on going. Thank you, Sean Stacks. Damn, you guys are coming through right now. Now we're up to 30%. Hello. I'm in Sydney. We have Black Friday as well now. Getting more America except for the weed. Oh, you're getting more like America except for the weed. Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, anywhere there's, you know, anywhere, you know, people will be willing to climb over one another in order to get a discount on something they want. Black Friday can exist and people will profit off of that. Absolutely. I definitely don't feel as sharp as I did at the beginning of this stream. What's more American than trampling someone for a TV? Eventually, that'll just be a normal thing. It won't be uniquely American. Because now the Black Friday disease is spreading. Trampling someone for toilet paper. There you go. There you go. Open carry Black Friday. I mean, that exists. We had this thing in my hometown where there was a toxic bacteria that ended up in the water supply, and nobody could use the water. You couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't even boil it and use it. You couldn't shower in it. You just could not do anything with the water. It was bad. And all of a sudden, bottled water had a street value that was, 10 times what it had been before, and people were selling it. No, it wasn't like Flint, because Flint has lead in their water system. This was stuff that came in to the water system through the lake, which is where they get the water from. They didn't maintain that area good enough to keep the bacteria from building up. So people were selling water, bottled cases of bottled water, for so much money. It was crazy. Did it turn the frogs gay? No, it just made you extremely sick. Running water across the border. Yeah, so it wasn't like Flint, because this only lasted about a week, and the Flint water shit's been going on for years. So there's and it's a different contaminant. Did I say what we're doing for 500? Not really. I was kind of talking about it. It's kind of open. We have a few guests planned. It'll probably be slightly longer than a normal show. Actually, it is going to be no matter what. Even if Billy leaves, I'm going to stream a little while with some other guests. I might open up the floor to some people in the Discord. We have some patrons that have special privileges in the Discord. When is 500? It's Saturday. It's tomorrow. 500 is tomorrow. It's the bonus show, and that's just how that's what it fell on. I mean, I could delay it for another week and have it better planned, but I'm saying, what the fuck? Let's just have it, right? Spin till you spew. No thanks. Do 24 hours. I'm not doing 24 hours. I'll do a lot, but I'm not doing 24 hours. Tomorrow is the culmination of the battle between Ohio and Michigan. By the way, I might stream my reaction to it, but I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone else streaming around that time that I don't want to like stream over. I guess we'll have to look. Bring on Glenn Jacobs. I think he's pretty busy. Intravenously give Billy DMT? No. Why I know stream fight. If I donate $1,000 an hour, will you stream until I'm bankrupt? I don't know how much money you have in the bank, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'd fall asleep or not. But if it's $24,000, then I'll stream for 20. If you pay me $1,000 an hour to stream for 24 hours, fuck yeah, I'll stream for 24 hours. I'll stay awake the whole fucking time. I guarantee that much. I should get Lacey on again. Yeah, I think we will. I'll have to take a look and see. Working retail sucks. I have to head into work in a few hours. That does suck. Do you work at a place where there's going to be all sorts of insane sales? Show armpits? No. Why? Have Lacey and Chris Reagan on? I could ask them. I had Chris actually here in the studio one night. I don't know how many of you guys saw that show, but Chris was actually here one night when PAX was going on. Get Ben Shapiro on. Ha! Do a Salvia. I don't have any. Yeah, I work at Meijer. Oh, God. Yeah, Meijer is it's like Walmart, only it treats its employees better. And it's based out of Michigan, actually. But it's a cool store. I've been there. I used to live near one. I used to buy most of my groceries from it. How much? I will tell you. How much do you have to donate for me to tell you that I love you? Is it okay if I just mean it in like a plutonic way? How gonna be cool if it's based out of Michigan? I don't know. I never went to one in Michigan. I just went to the ones in Ohio. Yeah, I know I said it wrong. Give me a break. Platonic. I said it wrong. You guys never say anything wrong? Fuck you guys. You're so mean. I never say anything. Yeah, listen to all these people, man. I'm just going to take their word for it. Everyone knows that those who occupy DP chat are infallible in all respects. Apparently. Damn. People who never make mistakes, you know, there's no way that they would be dishonest about never making mistakes, right? I just have to trust it because they don't make mistakes. Am I looking forward to the Ohio State-Michigan game tomorrow? Yes. Yes, we will be bringing home the victory. There will be an Ohio State victory tomorrow. Michigan hasn't won. Let's see. Let's see the last time Michigan won. All right. Here's the overall win-loss record. Michigan has 9 more wins ever. The first game was in 1897. Yeah, first game 1897. They haven't played every year since 1897, but they have played most of them. So this is how old the rivalry is, 1897. And let's see. Let's see the last time Michigan won. The last time Michigan won was in 2011. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they haven't won in 6 years. And then the time before that, they hadn't won since 2003. So look at this. Meyer is a really good company. My boss is really cool. That's cool. There can't be a tie. There's no way that there would be a tie. Because there's overtime and stuff. It's very unlikely that there would be a tie at all. So Michigan hasn't been competitive against Ohio State since the late 90s. Let's see. Yeah, that 1, 2, 3. They've only won 3 games against Ohio State since 2000. I don't think draws are possible in college football anymore. I think they'll play their overtime until there's a winner. And college overtime is played differently than NFL overtime. It's not the same as rugby. Rugby and football are obviously similar and they have similar origins, but I've watched rugby and I've watched Australian football. They don't use their body as projectiles the same way they do in American football. And that's the reason why they wear all the pads. They don't like throw their body like their body's a fucking torpedo at another person. The tackles are not as like it's just not the same. It's similar. It's a similar game with similar rules. But I've watched both sports, and the sports Australian rules football and rugby. The physical contact is very different, and that's why there's so many NFL players, even though they wore pads, that have neurological disorders now because of the way the game is played, and they've tried to soften it up a bit. I predict the world's end during the game and the earth splits beneath the stadium and they tie. Would they call that a tie? I guess so, because it's inconclusive. And they switch where they play every year. So this year the game is in Ohio because last year it was in Michigan. They're both glorified gay orgies. I don't see it. Sorry. Not to say that, you know, there's never been gay guys playing pro football. I don't know. Who knows the personal details of all of them, but the game itself, it doesn't really seem that way to me. It seems pretty brutal, actually. Would I root for Michigan if I was given $24,000? Fuck, sure, whatever. I would feel less foolish rooting for Michigan than the person who's giving $24,000 to someone just to have them root for a team that they don't really like. So yeah, sure. And the difference here is that these guys that play for these teams, they aren't making any money. And if they are making money and they get caught, they're in deep shit. Like, they're done and they can't play anymore. So if anyone is getting paid in college for being a player, they're putting themselves at risk for basically ending their career before it even starts. And it's happened to a lot of players and coaches who knew about players getting paid and not doing anything about it. So that's the big difference. And these universities make so much money. The universities at these levels make so much money. Look at the attendance for these games. The last game had 112,000 people. Looks like the record, I don't know why this has an asterisk next to it, but it looks like the record attendance was 114,000. I was not born in Michigan, but I was born in an area that was contested between Ohio and Michigan, and it was part of Michigan at one point before I was born. And till this day, it's still kind of 50-50. Some people are still loyal to Michigan and some people are not. And also another weird twist that is very strange. It's a very strange coincidence. But the coaches of Ohio State and Michigan were both born in the same city that I was born in. So the coaches of each team are even from this area that used to be contested land between the two states. Michigan J Frog? I don't know. I don't know anything about why he's called Michigan J Frog. I just know he wears a tuxedo and has a top hat and a cane and dances and sings. I am going to stream again later tonight. It'll be maybe like 6-7 hours from now. So some of you will be sleeping. Some of you will be working. Some of you will be doing whatever the fuck you do. Is Michigan a depressing place? Depends on where you go. I mean, there's parts of Michigan that are nothing but farms. There's parts of Michigan that are small towns. You know, there's areas that most, you know, like Detroit is just a city that used to be the fourth largest city in the country, and it's just all fucked up now because it had an economy based around manufacturing, and a lot of those jobs have been sent to other places, and there was a mass exodus of people, middle class people and above, that if they stayed in Michigan, they moved out of the city of Detroit and they moved into the larger, or moved to the nicer suburbs of Detroit, like Royal Oak. That's an example of one. So the city of Detroit has noticed a huge population decline, and there's also an issue. I mean, there's abandoned skyscrapers there. There's all sorts of abandoned buildings and fucked up shit. I live in Kalamazoo, and I can personally tell you it sucks. The river smells like shit. I'll take your word for it. I don't know if I've ever been there. I never gave you plutonic. You spelled it. What's it going to cost you? I don't know. This sounds so weird. I'm like uncomfortable. I don't know. Why do you want it that bad? I'm going to ask some ridiculous amount of money. Get Casey Tron on episode 500. I can ask her. I haven't talked to her in a while, though. I don't know. I would say finish off the goal here, and I'll tell you that I love you in a platonic sense of the word. Can I say it like that? Or do you want me to say it? You want me to mispronounce it again, too? No como. I'm drumming. I don't need love that bad. I knew you'd say no. Hey, you would also have the admiration and respect of everyone else, knowing that you helped an extra show happen next week too. How about that? I'll have Shane Crowder and Steven Dawson on. I've just finished watching all Star Trek episodes in run order. Now I'm stuck for something to watch. Any recommendations? Wow. I mean, are you looking for just any suggestions, or are you looking for sci-fi? It's not really a lot of good sci-fi TV shows that really hold up. A lot of people like Stargate Atlantis. I never really got into it, but a lot of people like that. A lot of people like Babylon 5, say it's very similar to Deep Space Nine. Someone said Black Mirror. Yeah, that's true. That's a pretty good show. I've watched it a little bit. Did they make another season of the Orville? I've been so off. Like, I haven't watched any of the new South Parks, and I just haven't been consuming any television. Has been negotiating a price for some prostitution? No. I watched this one show called The Romanovs on Amazon Prime, and it's similar to Black Mirror and shows like that in the sense that each episode is kind of its own story, and then on the next episode it's a new story, but all these stories interconnect, and each episode is like an hour and a half long, so it's almost as long as a movie. You know, each individual episode. And now they're starting to fit together, which is really strange. And it's just about people who live in today's day and age that were related or think that they're related to the Romanov family, the Russian royal family. And there's been some pretty weird episodes. Weird, but interesting enough to make me keep watching them. All right. I think I'm about to wrap up this stream. And I'm going to do another one later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. And I will see you next time. Or actually later tonight, if you're awake. Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.